Hi, welcome to another episode of the PPC podcast. I'm Avi Solomon. I talk mainly in this podcast about things that I think should be self-evident, but I found that they're not always the case. This is actually not as self-evident as some of the other things I've discussed. One of the things that I remember when I was first in a job interview, and I was asked. It wasn't one of my first job interviews, but along my career in e-commerce, I was asked the famous question, tell me what you learned from your biggest failure. And I said, I once looked at, I was one of the first people to experiment with Google ads, even before Amazon attribution. And we were doing incredible, and we were using it to push up the organics, because I'm a very big believer that everything is all about the organics. And for 2-3 months, it was going great, great, great. And then all of a sudden, it stopped working as effectively. And but on a Google ads on a cost, return on investment, return on the ROAS and a cost level, it doesn't make so much sense. The intent is much less, but it made sense because of the organic push we were getting. And in today's this was 5-6 years ago. Today, Google Ads still has a place, and it's mainly to push the organics. But just going back to how I answered this question, and I said for a month I refused to accept that Google wasn't working. And I said that to me that was a very big failure. I spent around $3,000, and I didn't. It was $3,000 spent that I don't think my client, or really that was my job. At that time, I was doing a 9 to 5. I don't think that they got the benefit of that $3,000 because I refused to accept that something wasn't working anymore. And one of the things, it works sometimes in the opposite. I used to be not a fan of automatic campaigns. I felt with Helium 10 and all the softwares that can gain all the keywords that possibly exist on an item, that you could just pull them. You could have a VA go through them back then. Today, it's even simpler. You just use AI to sort or rate them. AI is incredible, especially Claude with this, that you could much easier take a long list of keywords and narrow down which are the ones that really matter. Back then, could use a VA. So I always felt that automatic campaigns was just asking to waste money. I would say that that's not true anymore, because I think the A10 algorithm feeds off of automatic campaigns, that it wants to see it as part of your strategy for PPC, and it can perform very nicely as long as you're doing negative targeting, not even heavy negative targeting, because again, the algorithm wants to see that you're running a campaign, an automatic campaign that's not meant to limit you to only 5 keywords. Now, maybe that's because Amazon wants to see that wasted spend so they make more money. But I've seen lately that the A10 algorithm feeds off of automatic campaigns being run. Now, if that's the case, and again, I believe that the whole purpose of PPC altogether is nothing more than to push up your organic rank. So you have to pay to play. You have to play Amazon's game. It's their ball. It's their court. It's their ball. You have to play by their rules. And you just have to try and mitigate how much it's going to waste and how much you're going to spend on it. But you can't say, I don't do automatics at all. Generally, once upon a time, I believed it was not a good strategy to have automatic campaigns. But today, Amazon, the algorithm seems to feed off of it. From what I've seen, that when you have organics, you have automatic campaigns running alongside exact, the organics go up more than when you just run exact campaigns. I've seen this through testing, and it has changed my belief that automatic campaigns are inherently not the way to go. They need to be part of the PPC strategy today, and if run correctly, they can perform very well.